With my buddy Noah, driving around in my 2013 Sonic Chevy, rocking an LTZ model, leather seats, ass warmers, we rolling hard.
That's how we do it.
Yeah, buddy.
Alright, so me and Jess for coming here tonight, we're going to talk about a car that me and Caleb actually checked out on Saturday. Joseph, tell them about the car since you found it.
Alright, so I was on Craigslist and I found this 1997, rust red T-Bird. It was pretty fly. Couldn't go check it out because I had work, but my buddy Caleb, on the other hand, and my buddy Noah too, they went over, they rocked it up.
Yeah, so this Thunderbird, the guy's asking $900, alright, so we weren't expecting much. But, so we went there, and it was like 4:30, right, 4:30.
Something like that, yeah.
And, okay, so me and Caleb went there, and he was actually late, but he met us there, so he doesn't live there. Anyways, he came up, and this guy, he comes up to the car, and he's drinking a beer, right? And I think it's like a Natty Ice or something like that. But so it's not a great beer. But anyways, he's there, and his shirt is like, it's a button-up short sleeve shirt, but it's just wide open. It's just like, and he's there with his roommate. And so all right, that's fine.
I got the picture. Yeah, okay.
All right, first impressions of the car, right? It looked pretty similar how it did. First thing I noticed on the car is the tires, right? They were bad. They were dry rotting, and one of them had zero tread, like at all.
Like any good tire from 1997.
No tread, and so that's no good. And so that's the first thing I noticed. But the outside, it looked pretty good, right? So, all right, so we're like, all right, guy, can you start it up? And he's like, sure. And he gets in there, hops it up. Click. Nothing. Nothing. Alright, so he pops the hood. These connections on this battery are terrible. Like it's just a wire and it's just frayed all over the place. It's not even like how's it even making the connection? So like, you guys know how on the battery terminal, like, you have a little connection thing and the wire gets sandwiched between two plates?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Alright, so there's two bolts there. It's supposed to be two bolts to keep that down. One of the bolts was just like missing, so it's like no connection there. So he's sitting there like for 30 minutes. We didn't bring any tools.
I love this man. He's my new hero.
Generally, when we're buying a car, like, we don't expect to be having to fix it, right off the bat.
Dude, we're paying $1,000.
Anyway, okay, so we didn't bring any tools. So he's sitting there with a tire iron, just banging on this battery terminal for like.
What else do you hit a battery terminal with?
For an hour, trying to get like a good connection on this thing. So finally, he's like, all right, it's not working. So he pulls out the jumper cables and jumps it. All right, so it's running good. All right.
So we got a shirtless man with a cheap beer beating the shit out of a battery to make it work.
With the tire iron. So it's all right. So it's running. It sounds nice, right? It sounds really nice. It's a 4.6 liter V8. It sounds nice. But in that entire hour when he was banging on the battery terminal, I noticed some things under the hood. And so the first thing I noticed was that, so this guy said it needed a new radiator.
Oh, dear.
I don't know if that's true, but anyways, so we're looking, and I'm looking at the coolant level, and it says fill up to here, right? And it's not there. So I open the cap, and I look down there, and there's zero fluid, like nothing. And Caleb's sitting there feeling the hose to the radiator.
Oh yeah,
it's just air. Like even when it's running, it's just air. There's nothing in it. So, oh my gosh, dude. And then, so how's this thing even running? So I checked some of the other fluids. No power steering fluid. Oil was pretty low. Like it all looked bad. And I'm like, how's this thing even running? He's sitting there in the driver's seat, just punching the gas. And so right about this time, this guy's neighbor, he shows up, right? And it's this older guy. He's coming around. He's talking about how he needs to get this car up out of here because he hasn't driven it for a long time, and he's just got a gun on him, and I'm scared. I'm like, dude, this guy's, and he's talking about,
you like my piece? You want to see it?
I'm an ex-Marine. I ain't scared of nothing. And he's like talking like all this shit, and he's just like waving, and he picks up the gun and waves it. Oh my god, dude, I'm gonna die here. I'm in Portsmouth. I'm gonna die looking at a car.
I'm so happy I wasn't there.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die. And this guy's the guy we're buying the car from. Some nice acceleration.
My bad, coach.
All right, there you go, man. So, the guy we're buying his car from, he's probably drunk at this point. But, so he scares off the guy with the gun somehow. And, all right, so we're ready to drive this thing. And so he just keeps talking about, man, none of the other stuff matters, man. Your car is the engine. That's all that matters. Your car is the engine. None of this other stuff matters.
Yeah, he was on something, that's for sure.
So your car's your engine. He keeps talking about, oh, you guys want to make this thing a race car. Let's see what it does. So Caleb's with me. He's like, oh, I'd like to drive it, sir. And he's like, all right, yeah, we'll take it on a test drive. Caleb gets in, and then we just feel the car wobbling. It's just wobbling like crazy. And he's like, oh shit, I know what's wrong with it.
My bad.
I know what's wrong. I hit a curb the other day. So
What the heck?
let's get some more light in here. I can't see you anymore.
Hey.
All right, so he's like, oh, I hit this curb the other day, and he hops out and pops open like the little cap that's hiding the lug nuts, right? And there's 2 lug nuts holding on this tire, and that's probably why we're wobbling. So we inspect these holes. There's no threading in those holes. Like the lug nuts just are off, dude. They're not so. I don't know. I don't know about this car at this point, and
you only need 2.
I wouldn't run it without 3. So we started to add up the things. All right.
You heard it right there.
Also,
he needs 3.
Also, so there's no inspection sticker. I asked him last time I was inspecting. He said probably like last year, and I said, well, why isn't there an inspection sticker? He's like, oh man, someone must have stole it. And then we look.
Oh, of course. Because why not?
We look at the sticker.
You go to P-Town, they steal your inspection sticker.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, I live here in Norfolk, and some guy stole my buddy's license plates. So yeah, you got yours. That's fine. So we also look at the license plates, and there's no stickers on that either. Like this thing's probably not even registered. And I mean, he says he has the title, but who knows at this point? So it's got a little bit of rust on it, right? But in the inside, it's pretty good. Like, and the engine runs really nice. So Caleb, he falls in love with this car, man. He loves it. But this guy,
it's red, like.
And I mean, I don't know. I personally, I told him, I said I wouldn't spend more than $500 on this car. Like, there's no way you can get it for $500. So
that's fair.
And then so we're talking to the guy who's selling it, and he said, I got some guy coming by tonight who's gonna buy it off of me for $750. So I said, all right, $750. I mean, yeah. I didn't pay for it. So Joseph wasn't with us. Joseph is actually supplying the money right now because he's got the capital.
Well, yeah.
Until you guys give us some money, right? Because he has to borrow some money from his parents to buy a car, right? So we need to get some of that money back to pay him back. So Joseph's not here, so we can't pay for this car. So we got to say no at this point, right? And then now I'm here.
I'm kind of glad I wasn't there though. I don't want to get shot.
But you probably would have bought it, man. So
I probably would have bought it.
At least twice I thought I was gonna die. Like
you just roll up like, hey girl, hey.
I'm definitely gonna die. Like there's no.
It's like a normal Saturday.
There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it, man. I'm in Portsmouth. I'm gonna die with my buddy Caleb, and it's just a shame, man. But
it's like 2 white kids hop in a car in Portsmouth. That's the start to a bad joke right there.
Yeah. So this is the first time I'm telling Joseph about it. So he's a little shocked by some of the stuff I'm saying.
It's the best thing ever.
Yeah. But so Joseph and Caleb are our team, so they weren't looking at this car. I just want to tag along and tell them what I thought about the car, and I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it, Joseph, but if you want to go look at it, I'm gonna be opposed because the engine, man, it purred, dude, and that thing is probably really fast. I mean, a V8 in a 2-door car, it can probably get it. 1997. It does have to pass inspection though, so it's not old enough to be antique. So
inspection.
So, but
where do you think we are, Virginia?
Yeah, right. So we got a couple months, so they might think about it. But anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know what's going on, what we're doing. We're looking at cars right now. We're trying to figure some stuff out.
Do you have anything you think we should check out? Let us know.
Yeah.
Hit us up.
Let us know. Yeah. Is that it?
I think that's it.
Signing
Peace,
off,
y'all.
guys. All right.